Hello, everyone. My name is Zoya Rahman, and today I will be talking about how pressure impacts society. Somewhere along the line, being good stopped being good enough. You can't just be smart. You have to be the top of your class. You can't just play a sport. You have to win. You can't just be okay looking. You have to be pretty, but not like you're trying too hard. It's like there's no room for average, no space to just be without constantly feeling the need to prove something. And if you're not always improving, impressing someone, or performing, it begins to feel like you are falling behind, like you are not enough. A 2023 study by the American Psychological Association showed that nearly 70% of teenagers feel the pressure to be successful in school, and over 60% say they feel like they can't make mistakes without disappointing someone. That's not ambition, that's anxiety. Mistakes are human. Mistakes are the way humans improve. Think about any person that you admire. They've made mistakes and they have improved and learned from them. When people feel as though they cannot make them, not only does it negatively impact how they see themselves, it robs them of growth. A report by Dove showed that 1 in 2 girls say they feel the pressure to look perfect on social media. And almost 80% of participants have used a filter or editing app by the age of 13. We're growing up in a world where our value feels tied to constant achievement. Not just who we are, but who we present who we are. What's worse is that this pressure isn't building better versions of ourselves. It's building a society where nobody is ever enough. Of course, that's not to say that all pressure is harmful. In a lot of cases, it can push people to discover potential, stay motivated, and strive towards goals they care about. A certain amount of expectation drives innovation, growth, and discipline. However, the difference between healthy motivation and harmful pressure lies in balance. When pressure becomes constant, overwhelming, or rooted in the fear of failing, it stops being helpful. It's no surprise that with all of these unrealistic demands and expectations, so many teenagers today struggle with self-esteem and self-worth. They're told to aim higher, do better, deal with the pressure, but when they can't, they're shamed for being insecure. A study by UNICEF reported that over 60% of young people between the ages of 15 and 24 say they feel the pressure to look and act a certain way, and that pressure negatively impacts their mental health. So, the issue is no longer just the pressure and the stress it causes, it's the pressure and internalizing the stress. It's chipping away at how we see ourselves and how we show up in the world. Everyone deserves space to grow, to mess up, to figure things out without feeling as though they are falling behind. Because being human, not perfect, should be enough. At some point, you have to admit that all of this pressure isn't helping, and pretending otherwise just makes things worse. The more we remind each other of that, the more likely we are to believe it ourselves. Sometimes you just exist, and that should be enough. Thank you.